want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Yeah, sure.
So she was, everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help.
The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it, so now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex.
All right. What'd she say?
She basically said...
In their most recent ramble, what exactly did the View group say? How did Karoline Leavitt and Bill Maher react with the perfect balance of humor and rage? This is going to be an exciting ride, so fasten your seatbelts. Every juicy tidbit and mic drop moment is documented by us. Not very long ago, The View's shrieking sirens welcomed us back. They're still spewing high-level woke nonsense, even though you would think they would have calmed down by now.
We have got to get past this endless, unforgiving, zero-tolerance mindset bent on punishing and disappearing anyone caught saying the wrong thing. The right response to speech you don't like is more speech.
Bill Maher's left-leaning opinions don't sit well with the women of The View. His recent supper with them is the source of their outrage. Whoopi Goldberg was so furious with Maher in a recent show that she wouldn't even speak his name. The fact that he had the audacity to meet with their primary public opponent infuriated her. What's so wrong about Bill Maher advocating for harmony and encouraging us to set aside our ideological differences?
Listen, take him seriously and take him literally.
I don't think that we have to. I think it would be remiss of us to not say Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Yes.
He knows how to do this. He's quite good at this. And you know, you can't refute anything with him because he just, when I say him, I mean...
He rambles.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
But can I mention one thing?
Whoopi's response was the beginning of a full-fledged attempt to discredit Bill Maher. She was shocked that Maher had eaten supper with someone they had spent years demonizing, which she considered to be the ultimate betrayal. It was more than simply supper for Whoopi and her co-host. It was a terrible and obvious deceit. Furthermore, they believed that no amount of free speech or astute satire could ever justify such an act.
How dare you be so flippant, man? Listen, nobody on the planet really wants to go through this. This is not something we're doing because it's, you know, sexually gratifying. This is what we're doing to protect our families. And you don't have to do it, but stay away from everybody.
The comedian responded to Whoopi Goldberg and anyone else freaking out over his White House trip on a recent episode of Real Time with Bill Maher with his signature mix of sarcasm and biting criticism. Maher won't let this one go, if you know him. And he gave it his all. With his customary unbridled razor-sharp sarcasm, he fueled their fury by highlighting the fact that he neither needed nor sought their approval.
As you know, 12 days ago, I had dinner with President Trump, a dinner that was set up by my friend Kid Rock, because we share a belief that there's got to be something better than hurling insults from 3,000 miles away. And let me first say that to all the people who treated this like it was some kind of summit meeting, you're ridiculous. Like I was going to sign a treaty or something. I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. I'm not the leader of anything, except maybe a contingent of centrist-minded people who think there's got to be a better way of running this country than hating each other every minute.
Maher told the audience that democracy is still vital and that difference does not equate to hatred, before launching into his criticism of Whoopi Goldberg. Being composed while hearing opposing points of view is part of having a civil conversation, but it appears that the women on The View have given up on that idea. Maher was defending the right to dissent in addition to defending himself.
If he's right, then why didn't people vote for the former prosecutor who actually had policy plans to help the working class?
And I know as I say that, millions of liberal sphincters just tightened. Oh my God, Bill, are you going to say something nice about him? What I'm going to do is report exactly what happened. You decide what you think about it. And if that's not enough pure Trump hate for you, I don't give a fuck.
Whoopi also made a comparison to Kamala Harris, implying that she wishes Maher had been brought instead by the vice president. She most likely would have thrown the after party if it had been the case. The audience would have applauded if Maher had praised a Democrat. However, because of this, it was deemed treason. Politics, not ideals, was at issue here.
I want to talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before.
Sure.
So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no fucking thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. It just happened to coincide. But can I just say this? I had on last week Ira Glasser, former longtime head of the ACLU, talking about free speech. Whoopi Goldberg, who, by the way, I hope is still a friend. We can disagree with each other. Should not be canceled or put off her show, as much as I totally disagree with her crazy statement. Free speech. She should be there. She shouldn't get a timeout.
This is what makes Bill Maher unique. Even when the audience turns against him, he stands up for free expression. When Whoopi chastised him, Maher responded coolly but firmly. Instead of playing the victim, he stuck to his convictions. Some of Whoopi's admirers have demanded accountability since that kind of backbone is rare in today's media environment.
Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
Whoopi Goldberg was compared to a hunter and Bill Maher to a lion. Maher is a skilled painter, so you can critique him all you want. And he wasn't wholly incorrect in this strange media circus. Ultimately, it was the hunter who hobbled away, not the lion. With guns blazing, Whoopi charged like a self-righteous predator, prepared to murder the traitor. However, Maher changed the screenplay, and rather than backing down, he retaliated with unexpected humor and rage. The White House press secretary Karoline Leavitt was only beginning her career.
You know, we have seen cultural Marxism trickling its way through every institution in this country. The public school system, the higher education university system, Hollywood, big tech, the corrupt mainstream media that I fought against in President Trump's White House are indoctrinating my generation of Americans into hating our country, hating one another based on race and gender and sex, and all of this other BS, quite frankly.
Karoline Leavitt was spot on when she said that contemporary wokeness has transformed from a compassionate movement to a destructive force of identity, fixation, isolation, and repression. Institutions promote brainwashing, the media prioritizes narratives over reality, and politics is centered on virtue signaling. The healthcare industry is impacted by ideology. This is a catastrophe, not only cultural drift. Now, Whoopi Goldberg stands for an agenda that obstructs genuine discussion. Celebrity platforms are being exploited to stifle criticism rather than to promote discussion. Society is being subtly destroyed by this divided and performance culture.
Voters do not agree with these despicable women on The View. They are wildly out of touch with the vast majority of Americans, and frankly, they should seek immediate help. Think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists, but they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
The boisterous banshees were totally subdued by Karoline Leavitt. They've had it coming for years. Let's face it, the hosts of The View have been deceiving their devoted, ignorant audience with spin, half-truths, and outright lies under the pretext of helpful advice. Even though Joe Biden was clearly suffering intellectually in real time, they had previously hailed him as America's savior. Then came Kamala Harris, who, despite her inability to construct a coherent phrase without sounding like a word salad, they portrayed as the rescuer of democracy. Leavitt, on the other hand, arrived with clarity, a spine, and harsh realities. On live television, she destroyed their illusions. Whoopi attempted to respond with her customary clap, but Leavitt's reaction was extraordinary.
So White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt announced that the Associated Press has been banned from the Oval Office for not honoring the recent renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Take a look. The mistake really is there's too much BS floating out there, and now it's out of our hands. There's no way to control it. So now they're saying they're going to control it. I want to see what they're going to do.
My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House.
Karoline Leavitt's razor-sharp clarity and cool perfection shocked Wokeville. It was a frontal attack on the hypocrisy of the media, not only a reaction. She didn't hold back while reminding the audience during her news conference that effective leadership means sticking to your convictions rather than trying to win over everyone. Whoopi Goldberg's tantrum over a straightforward dinner served as an example of the intolerance of people who reject opposing viewpoints while advocating for unity. Leavitt and Bill Maher dispelled the myths propagated by the mainstream media. This was a social awakening rather than merely a viral phenomena. The truth is striking back as the tide is shifting.